something that I read in a magazine today. Let me write it down on the board. Okay, I want one of you to stand up and read.
The world population to reach 7.5 billion by 2020.
Now I was just wondering, what does this mean?
A 7.5 billion is a unit of population.
How do you think the number 7.5 billion different from the numbers that you've studied so far?
It is in points.
Till now we have studied only whole numbers, which is 7, and now after coming to decimals, we can represent the portion of a whole number.
What do you think portion of a whole number means?
One part of the whole number.
What is here representing portion of a whole number?
0.5.
0.5. How?
0.5 is the half of the whole. It's representing half part of the whole.
So do you want to say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Half is like two parts of 1 and they are equal. So 0.5 and 0.5 is equal to 1. So ma'am, that's two equal parts of 1.
Nice. Let's explore this concept further. I'm going to distribute one sheet of paper to each one of you. Can you count in how many parts the sheet is divided?
10.
In the first place, shade one part of all the divisions. My question is, what fraction does the shaded portion represent?
1 by 10.
0.1.
10 upon 100.
Which one do you think Tejaswini is correct?
The second one is correct.
What about this?
Just another way of expressing this fraction.
Okay. You're sitting in pairs. So each pair is going to get these blocks. What do you see in this block?
Equal divisions.
In how many equal parts?
The block is divided into 100 parts.
What shape is that?
It's a square.
So we can conclude that the entire block is divided into 100 equal squares. So open the bag that you have and take out a small pouch from that. Right now, what can you see in these?
They're small cubes.
These small cubes. So take out one of those. My question is, out of how many cubes is this one cube?
100 cubes.
1 upon 100 cubes. So what fraction is this?
1 by 100.
Great. Now let's count 10 of such cubes. Can you tell me how many cubes have we taken out in here?
10 cubes.
Out of how many cubes? 100 cubes. Okay. Can we represent the same thing in a fraction?
10 by 100.
Can anybody simplify this further?
1 by 10.
All of you now have to take out a rod like this from the bag. Now when you keep this on the block, what does this rod represent?
10 cubes.
10 cubes out of how many cubes?
100 cubes.
10 cubes out of 100 cubes. Yes? So what fraction does it represent?
10 upon 100.
10 upon 100, which we can simplify further into
1 by 10.
1 upon 10. Now, if you take out 10 such rods, these 10 rods, have they covered the entire block?
Yes.
So, what is the fraction?
100 over 100.
And can we simplify this further?
Yes.
How can we simplify it further?
100 can be divided by 100. So it will give you 1.
1. So, what is this 1 called?
1 whole.
So, this entire block is?
1 whole.
1 whole. How can we represent these into decimals? Let's begin with this one first.
0.01.
Can you come out and do that for me?
We divide 1 by 100. First we put the decimal so a 0 can come here, and because it's 100 we need one more 0. Then we put a 0, then 100, it's 0.1.
Great, very nice. Can we clap for him? Can you represent 1 upon 10 into decimal?
0.10.
Now the question is 0.10 and 0.1 the same or are they different?
They are same.
Okay, it's not 0.10. We don't read the numbers after the decimal as 10 or 11 or 12. Now tell me, if I have 0.100, is it same as 0.10? Yes. Okay, how?
There is no value of the 0 after the 1. So you can remove the both of 0 and it will come as 0.1.
Okay.
Decimal numbers are another way of representing fractions. For example, consider the number 0.7. The period or decimal point indicates that this is a decimal. The decimal 0.7 is pronounced as 0.7. Its fraction is 7 upon 10. In the place value system, ones or units is the least place value a number can have. Have you ever encountered numbers where there are digits to the right of the ones place with a point in between? We know that dividing the hundreds position by 10, we get tens. Similarly, dividing tens by 10, we get ones. If we divide ones further into 10 parts, the value of that place is called 1/10. If 1/10 is further divided into 10 equal parts, each part is called 1/100th because 1/10 of 1/10 is 1 upon 100th. Thus, as we move right, each position is 10 times smaller. Hence, the place value table can be extended as hundreds, tens, ones, tenths, and hundredths. This number is a combination of a whole number and a part number. So, it will be written as 111.11. Such a number is called a decimal number.
Which is a bigger decimal, 0.1 or 0.01?
Let me give you a number like 111. Can somebody place the digits in this number in the appropriate place according to the place value? Nice. Now, if I make the number, how will you read this number?
111.1.
Can we represent this number in this place value chart?
This we have to extend.
We have to extend this. Okay. So what will be right here? Tens. Here would be the point. Then hundreds. Thousands. We can go up till thousands. Can we now represent 111.1 in this place value chart?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we clap for him? What number does it become?
111.11.
Okay, now tell me, what is the place value of this number?
0.1.
1 by 10.
So, 0.1 is equal to 1 by 10.
Yes, ma'am.
So, tens is also 1 by 10. So, if tens is 1 by 10, what is hundreds?
1 by 100.
So now look at the place value. How is it changing? If we move from hundreds towards the right hand side, by how much has the value decreased?
It has decreased 10 times.
Now if I give you some other number, would you be able to place it on the place value chart?
Yes.
Can you also show me it in the blocks that you've got?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay, if I say a decimal like 2.34, what does 0.34 represent?
0.34 represents 34 cubes out of 100 cubes.
So can I write it in fraction?
Yes, ma'am.
What would that be?
34 by 100.
34 by 100. And these two are?
Are 2 wholes.
2 wholes. So 1 plus 1 and 34 by 100. So decimal includes?
Ma'am, whole and fractional part.
Very nice. Can we clap for him? So what is at the hundredths place?
4.
What is at the ones place?
2.
And what is at the tens place?
3.
Decimals are widely used in our day-to-day life. Look around you and you will see decimals everywhere. At the shops when you measure the things you're buying. In the price tag of your new dress you want to pick. In the amount of fuel your father's vehicle needs to be full. In the measurement of your height and weight. And also when you measure temperature. Decimals are also used by scientists to measure the intensity of an earthquake, or even to say that moon completes one orbit of the earth in 27.321582 days.
It is believed that the decimal system is based on 10 because humans have 10 fingers.
Now a question that why at all learn about decimals?
Ma'am, we can't always use whole numbers, so like the whole numbers are divided into pieces.
Okay.
You know.
So can you tell me the instances when we cannot use whole numbers and we need to use decimals?
Ma'am, share market.
Share market. Okay, great. Can you tell me why do we use decimals over there?
Ma'am, because if the dollars drop, ma'am, 0.98 paise, so we can't say that the dollars have dropped 1 rupee, ma'am.
Ma'am, population.
Why?
Ma'am, like if the world population is 7.5 billion, ma'am, we can't say the population is 8 billion or 7 billion.
Okay. Now suppose we have to write 7.5 in the figure. So how many more zeros do we have to add after 75?
Ma'am, 8 zeros.
8 zeros. So do you see it? How big the figure is? Okay, so what is more convenient? 7.5 billion or like this? 7.5 billion. Why do you think we use decimals?
Make calculations easier. To handle numbers.
Easily. To handle the numbers easily.
To make our calculations exact.
So can we conclude that we use decimals to make the handling of large numbers very easy? Yes. Can we say that? Yes. Yes. Great. So thank you so much.